ACCUPLACER Health Professions Grammar Questions. Question 1. A review plan uses a ratio of 5 to 8 for math questions to reading questions. If the plan includes 20 math questions, how many reading questions should it include? Option A, 33. Option B, 24. Option C, 32. Option D, 12. The correct answer is option C, 32. The ratio means 5 math questions correspond to 8 reading questions. Since 20 is 4 groups of 5, multiply the same scale by 8 to get 32. The other choices add the ratio numbers, subtract a group, or reverse the ratio. Question 2. A health science class reviews 120 forms in 5 hours. What is the average number of forms reviewed per hour? Option A, 125. Option B, 115. Option C, 600. Option D, 24. The correct answer is option D, 24. A unit rate divides the total amount by the number of hours. 120 divided by 5 equals 24. Adding, subtracting, or multiplying the numbers does not answer a per minus hour question. Question 3. A student earns practice scores of 73, 80, 87, and 94. What is the mean score? Option A, 83.5. Option B, 94. Option C, 73. Option D, not enough information. The correct answer is option A, 83.5. The mean is the sum of all scores divided by the number of scores. 334 divided by 4 equals 83.5. The highest score, lowest score, and midpoint of the extremes do not use all 4 data values correctly.
Stressed about your phlebotomy exam? We can take phlebotomy exam for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done.
Question 4. A review box contains 8 anatomy cards and 5 math cards. If one card is selected at random, what is the probability that it is an anatomy card for an allied health student in a learning center? Option A, 5/13. Option B, 8/13. Option C, 8/5. Option D, 13/8. The correct answer is option B, 8/13. Probability is favorable outcomes divided by total outcomes, so the probability is 8/13, simplified to 8/13. The other choices use the math minus card count, compare anatomy only to math cards, or reverse the fraction. Question 5. To meet a practice goal, a student wants an average of at least 83 after 4 quizzes. If the first 3 scores are 83, 88, and 75, what minimum 4th score is needed for a health science student in a learning center? Option A, 85. Option B, 91. Option C, 86. Option D, 82. The correct answer is option C, 86. An average of at least 83 over 4 quizzes requires at least 332 total points. The first 3 scores total 246, so the 4th score must be at least 86. A lower score misses the goal, a higher score is more than the minimum, and the current average does not answer the requirement. Question 6. In a review problem, x plus y equals 7 and x minus y equals -3. What is the value of x? Option A, 5. Option B, 7. Option C, -3. Option D, 2. The correct answer is option D, 2. Adding the 2 equations gives 2x equals 4, so x equals 2. The value 5 is y, while 7 and -3 are equation results rather than the value of x. Question 7. A temperature minus change example starts at -11 and increases by 4. What is the final value? Option A, -7. Option B, -15. Option C, 15. Option D, not enough information. The correct answer is option A, -7. An increase means add 4 to -11, giving -7. Subtracting moves in the wrong direction, using the absolute value loses the negative starting point, and making the total negative combines the signs incorrectly. Question 8. A study minus skills report uses the term correlation. Which interpretation best supports accurate statistical reasoning? Option A. It proves that every individual result will match the group result. Option B. It describes association but does not prove that one variable caused the other. Option C. It means the result cannot change if more data are collected. Option D. It allows conclusions without considering how the data were gathered. The correct answer is option B. It describes association but does not prove that one variable caused the other. The interpretation must match the statistical idea being named. It describes association but does not prove that one variable caused the other. The other choices overstate certainty, ignore sampling limits, or treat a statistic as proof beyond the available data. Are you looking for ACCUPLACER exam actual questions? Visit our website pokerexams.com to access ACCUPLACER exam study guide with actual questions and answers. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to get ACCUPLACER exam answer key today. Question 9. A paragraph explains why students should check units before solving measurement problems. Which title best states the main idea for a community health student in a learning center? Option A. Why cramming always works. Option B. The history of medical schools. Option C. Unit labels matter in measurement problems. Option D. How to avoid studying entirely. The correct answer is option C. Unit labels matter in measurement problems. The best title must cover the central point of the paragraph rather than a minor or unrelated idea. This title reflects the main focus, while the other choices exaggerate, shift to a different subject, or contradict the message. Question 10. Which sentence uses correct subject minus verb agreement for a nursing student in an online review session? Option A. The students in the lab is preparing for the placement test. Option B. The students in the lab prepares for the placement test. Option C. The students in the lab was preparing for the placement test. Option D. The students in the lab are preparing for the placement test. The correct answer is option D. The students in the lab are preparing for the placement test. The subject and verb must agree in number. The correct sentence matches a singular subject with a singular verb or a plural subject with a plural verb, while the other choices use verbs that do not agree with their subjects. Question 11. Which transition best completes the sentence? The class reviewed the formula first. Blank, they solved the practice problems. Option A. Then. Option B. Although. Option C. Instead. Option D. Nevertheless. The correct answer is option A. Then. The transition must match the relationship between the two ideas. Then fits the logic of the sentence, while the other transitions suggest contrast, example, sequence, or concession that does not fit as well. Question 12. In health science vocabulary, what does the suffix minus ology mean? Option A. Pain. Option B. Study of. Option C. Cutting into. Option D. Fast. The correct answer is option B. Study of. The suffix minus ology is used to indicate study of. The other meanings belong to different suffixes or prefixes and would lead to an incorrect definition. Question 13. Which phrase best describes homeostasis in the human body for a respiratory therapy student in an online review session? Option A. Breaking down food only in the stomach. Option B. Moving bones at a joint. Option C. Maintaining stable internal conditions. Option D. Producing new vocabulary terms. The correct answer is option C. Maintaining stable internal conditions. Homeostasis means keeping internal conditions, such as temperature and fluid balance, within a stable range. The other choices describe digestion, movement, or studying rather than the body's regulation of internal balance. Question 14. During skills practice, which action best supports infection control when clean and dirty supplies are on the same table? Option A. Mix supplies to save space. Option B. Handle all items as clean. Option C. Ignore the setup until the end. Option D. Separate clean items from contaminated items. The correct answer is option D. Separate clean items from contaminated items. Infection control focuses on reducing transfer of microorganisms between people, surfaces, and supplies. The correct action reduces contamination risk, while the other choices increase risk or ignore basic hygiene principles. Question 15. Which statement is written as a testable hypothesis for a practical nursing student in an online review session? Option A. If practice problems include unit labels, then measurement errors will decrease. Option B. Unit labels can be interesting. Option C. The class took a quiz. Option D. Measurement errors are bad. The correct answer is option A. If practice problems include unit labels, then measurement errors will decrease. A testable hypothesis connects a condition or change with a measurable outcome. The correct choice uses an if-then structure that can be investigated, while the other choices are opinions, broad facts, or observations without a testable relationship. Question 16. Which fraction is greatest among 3/5, 5/8, 1/2, and 2/3? Option A, 3/5. Option B, 2/3. Option C, 5/8. Option D, 1/2. The correct answer is option B, 2/3. Fractions can be compared by converting to common denominators or decimals. The correct fraction has the largest value, while the other fractions are smaller once placed on the same scale. Question 17. A line of best fit for practice score is y equals 4x plus 16, where x is hours studied. What score does the model predict for 8 hours? Option A, 28. Option B, 96. Option C, 48. Option D, 44. The correct answer is option C, 48. Substitute 8 for x in the model, y equals 4, 8, plus 16 equals 48. The other choices add instead of multiplying, multiply the wrong quantity, or leave off 1 hour of the slope. Question 18. A direction says to choose the best answer, not every true statement. Which reading strategy follows from this direction for a physical therapy assistant student in an online review session? Option A. Any true statement must be chosen. Option B. The longest answer is always best. Option C. Directions can be ignored. Option D. The chosen answer should most directly answer the question. The correct answer is option D. The chosen answer should most directly answer the question. Reading questions require close attention to wording and evidence. The correct strategy follows the stated direction, while the other choices rely on shortcuts or ignore the text. Stressed about your ACCUPLACER exam? We can take ACCUPLACER exam for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done. Question 19. Using context clues, what does the keyword in this sentence most likely mean? The student used a systematic method, solving each problem in the same organized order. Option A, organized in step by step. Option B, random. Option C, careless. Option D, emotional. The correct answer is option A, organized in step by step. Context clues around the word point to its meaning. The correct meaning fits the rest of the sentence, while the other choices conflict with the clues provided. Question 20. Which word is most nearly the opposite of major for a health information student in an online review session? Option A, important. Option B, minor. Option C, central. Option D, primary. The correct answer is option B, minor. An antonym means the opposite of the given word. The correct word reverses the meaning, while the other choices are similar to the original word or do not create a true opposite. Question 21. A review plan uses a ratio of 5:7 for math questions to reading questions. If the plan includes 20 math questions, how many reading questions should it include? Option A, 32. Option B, 21. Option C, 28. Option D, 14. The correct answer is option C, 28. The ratio means 5 math questions correspond to 7 reading questions. Since 20 is 4 groups of 5, multiply the same scale by 7 to get 28. The other choices add the ratio numbers, subtract a group, or reverse the ratio. Question 22. A health science class reviews 50 forms in 5 hours. What is the average number of forms reviewed per hour? Option A, 55. Option B, 45. Option C, 250. Option D, 10. The correct answer is option D, 10. A unit rate divides the total amount by the number of hours. 50 divided by 5 equals 10. Adding, subtracting, or multiplying the numbers does not answer a per minus hour question. Question 23. A student earns practice scores of 93, 75, 82, and 89. What is the mean score? Option A, 84.75. Option B, 93. Option C, 75. Option D, 84. The correct answer is option A, 84.75. The mean is the sum of all scores divided by the number of scores. 339 divided by 4 equals 84.75. The highest score, lowest score, and midpoint of the extremes do not use all 4 data values correctly. Question 24. A review box contains 4 anatomy cards and 7 math cards. If one card is selected at random, what is the probability that it is an anatomy card? Option A, 7/11. Option B, 4/11. Option C, 4/7. Option D, 11/4. The correct answer is option B, 4/11. Probability is favorable outcomes divided by total outcomes, so the probability is 4/11, simplified to 4/11. The other choices use the math minus card count, compare anatomy only to math cards, or reverse the fraction. Question 25. To meet a practice goal, a student wants an average of at least 83 after 4 quizzes. If the first 3 scores are 85, 72, and 77, what minimum 4th score is needed? Option A, 97. Option B, 103. Option C, 98. Option D, 78. The correct answer is option C, 98. An average of at least 83 over 4 quizzes requires at least 332 total points. The first 3 scores total 234, so the 4th score must be at least 98. A lower score misses the goal, a higher score is more than the minimum, and the current average does not answer the requirement.